just a plus and I'm pretty too. And you can say with it, no, it's like that, just my pretty privilege. I'm always gonna get it, just a plus and I'm pretty too. And you can say with it, no, it's like that, just my pretty privilege. Yeah.
So we are Bizak in the cut, Pretty Privilege, and I'm here with the gang. How we doing, gang?
I'm good. Season 2, I'm feeling like we made it.
Literally, like the whole feng shui. I always say this feng shui. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I like the word. So.
Everything good. Ambience, everything.
Yeah,
everything.
the vibes are here, the energy is here. How you feeling, Brooke?
I'm cold.
You're cold.
I am.
That's
freezing.
all right. Don't worry. We've got great conversation to get cracking with, and it'll warm you right up. Don't worry. Don't worry about that, girl. So let's just talk things all toxic, really. Let's talk toxic.
I just hate the word toxic. It just sounds toxic.
It's overused. I feel like the word.
Yeah.
It is. It's overused.
Yeah.
I feel like people really rinse the word toxic, and a lot of things aren't that toxic. But let's start with social media. Do you think that social media is to blame for like a lot of toxic behaviour? I don't know what people deem as toxic because everyone's different, isn't it? Because I do feel like some people overuse the word toxic.
That's what I'm saying. The word's really rinsed out now that you don't even know like, what's really toxic and what's just, people try to say it's toxic. But what was the question, did you say? Is social media making us more toxic?
Yeah, like, do you think it's to blame for toxic behaviour?
I think so. Like, bare man are trying to be Future, bare man are trying to be Offset, bare girls are trying to be Cardi B. Do you know what I mean? Bare girls are trying to be, I don't even want to drop any UK names before I get in trouble. But like, yeah, so like, do you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of toxic energy in the air and everyone's trying to, like, I'm a girl, I love Future, I know he's toxic, but I wouldn't want my man to be like Future, but bare man are still trying to be like...
What do you think's toxic about him though? Like
a lot. He's
mannerism.
unapologetically him. Like even, do you listen to his music? There's a song,
I don't listen to
I can't remember what the song's actually called, but he says, if she catch me cheating, I ain't saying sorry. Toxic.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That is so toxic. And then I'll be there in the car, if she catch me cheating, I ain't saying sorry. Like some fool. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't want that to be my man, innit? But I do feel like social media does have a lot to...
It kind of, even though people are like, oh God, that's toxic, it's almost kind of like praised, or like people like it, like they're like, yeah, toxic. It's almost like, it's weird, it's such a bad thing, but it's almost a good thing at the same time. Like people
100%,
think it,
like
toxic.
You'd get more like attention online for being toxic than being prim and proper.
Yeah, facts.
Which is mad. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
you was actually saying earlier that you've unfollowed like loads of blogs because of that, haven't you? Like,
yeah, don't beef me now, blogs. But do you know what?
Yeah, but you're entitled to like protect your peace.
Yeah, because what it was, like, I've just seen on a daily basis people getting smoked, like a lot of people getting really dragged. I'm just like, I can't be seeing this, especially when I'm in a good place. Like, I'm starting to like feel sorry for them. I'm like, this could be me one day. Like I'm just not on it. So, and it has helped a bit, to be honest. Like, I'm not seeing a lot of shit that I used to see. I think it has helped a lot. Like when my friend was saying it before, like, listen, unfollow the blogs, like they're bare toxic, like you're just seeing constant negativity. I used to be like, it's not me though, it's not me. It's not, why do I care?
You have to think that blogs now are kind of like equivalent to like back in the day when people always used to buy like Hello magazines.
Yeah, I was gonna say newspaper.
So it's exactly the same thing. I think maybe just the toxicness is like,
and
people don't have no boundaries.
I think
like
there's levels to the blogs. There's some that are like, they won't really touch on certain things.
Yeah.
There's some that have they don't hold back on anything. They don't care if someone's mum's been caught cheating, they're posting it.
Yeah, because I think I watched like it was like a video of like the owner of the Shade Room. Yeah, and like she was saying, like they were asking her the things that you don't put in, and she was like, yeah, like there's certain things that if it's like a man cheating on his wife or whatever, like yeah, we'll put it in, but if it's something a bit like, I can't even.
But what's the line? Where do they draw the line at?
They don't really draw it, especially the American ones. They go in.
Yeah, no, but do you know what? I feel like Shade Room does kind of
Shade
limit.
Room's got a lot of cases on them. People have taken them to court. They can't even speak on certain people.
No, but Shade Room are a little bit more. There's a gossip in the city. They're raw.
Shade Room are making that money now, so they
exactly. So they filter certain things. But where did she say she draws the line?
Oh, what was it? I can't remember. What did she say it was?
When she gets taken to court, fam. Like, I've heard about Shade Room getting taken to court by a few people. Like, I think Cardi B took them to court. Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, wow.
I think Nicki did.
It's also, but anyway, let me not even go there. But it's a bit like if you put your business out there.
Yeah, people talk.
You did that. Unless people are literally peering through your window, looking at what you're doing, then that's different. That's it.
But don't you feel like when you like, for example, like, I could have an opinion in my head, like I'll see something online, and my opinion could be like not positive or whatever. but because I know who I am and what I do, I don't feel like I have the right to write my opinion as a comment, because I know how it could affect the other person. But it's my opinion, I'm entitled to it, right? So I feel like a lot of people need to adapt that. I don't care how small you're following, who you are. I feel like the people with the least following always feel like they can just talk and say what they're flipping saying online, not thinking about how the other person's going to take it and how it could affect somebody. Like they just say their negative comments, their toxic comments, just blah blah blah. Like I couldn't do it. I just feel like I'm not even ready for the heat.
So then, is it the blog's fault?
It's not even their fault half the time, but sometimes the captions that they use will make people like comment a certain way. You can always tell by the captions.
Is it the consumers? Is it the blogs? Like whose fault is that then?
I feel like it's the person who posts their business, to be totally honest.
So you think it's the actual person?
100%, because I'm a very private person. Like you won't ever know what's going on in my life unless I post it on social media. That's how I am. So if there's certain things that you don't want out there, just never put it out there. As soon as it gets out there, you can't then turn around and be upset when people choose to talk about it. But saying that, I also feel as though individuals feel as though when someone has a high following, they can talk the most reckless shit.
I feel like it's maybe
complete strangers.
You're not going to see it.
Yeah, you're never going to see it.
But
maybe
you do see it.
You do see it, of course, because I'm sure we're all human. We all feel things. So as much as you feel like Cardi B won't see your comment, the likelihood is she sees your comments. Yeah.
So, she might not reply, but a lot of people see it. It's true what you're saying.
Yeah, but I just feel like that's where people should learn how to kind of filter and be nice and be kind.
It'll be coming from a page __09 flex. Like, 09 flex.
Literally logged into your fake page just to talk shit to someone, to a complete stranger. I think it's sad, but hey.
I kind of think now as well, like all of that like toxic energy, I feel like it's making people like, it's like what do you call it, like a snowball effect. Like I feel like more people are becoming a bit more cold and like a bit more toxic just from like even viewing certain things that people are writing. Like it's very normal now.
I was going to say, like when you see like so much negativity online, don't you feel like it's quite draining? Especially when I see like a female getting dragged, I'm like, oh my God, like I actually feel it for them. I don't know if it's because we do this, so sometimes you always do put yourself in other people's shoes, like I always do, but it drains me. Like I don't like to see negativity. That's like when people are like, oh, social media people only post the positive side. Look, bruh, I ain't trying to wake up and come on here and see you crying over this or crying over that. Like it would weigh on me. Like
energy is energy, whether it's through the screen or whether it's
And that's kind of why I deleted Twitter actually, because I just felt as though it was just like, if people aren't complaining, they're dragging someone. If they're not dragging someone, they're complaining.
It's so opinionated.
And it's it's just like
but then for me,
it's too much.
I feel like you have to think about it. Like you've got an app that says comment, that says like you've literally downloaded an app to do that. So there was no rules whether you could. Do you know what I mean? There's no rules to it. Like comment. That's all you have to do. Comment. People can literally put whatever they want. So if you download that app, you have to be like prepared for
the comments.
Yeah, that comes
even down to Twitter. Like for example, like me, I have opinions for days. Like for days, but probably once a month I tweet in my chest. And even then I'll proofread it.
You're like, should I really
I'll leave it draft for like 24 hours, go back to it like, nah, maybe not. Because I always, like, I don't know if it's because I've seen everything that's happened in the past, people getting smoked, people's tweets getting dragged up, so I'm so vigilant. I'm always thinking like,
no, I'm not.
How could this, do you know what I mean, be perceived? Maybe they won't understand where I'm coming from. Like, I deep it too much, so I'm never really tweeting how I really want to tweet.
But that's the thing, like, do you feel as though like it kind of makes you wary as to like, you know, wanting to, and everyone has free speech and whatnot, but do you feel as though it makes you wary to tweet your free speech?
Yeah, I'm very wary because with me, I'm so sensitive as well.
I'm not like that, you know.
So if someone even
and I think that's why they used to get onto me all the time.
Yeah, you're not wary. You say what you're saying.
I say exactly how I feel. Like
Do you think about it after like,
Nah, because that's how I felt.
That's how you felt.
No one could make me feel like.
No, that's the right.
You know what? And the thing is, people try to guilt trip you into thinking the way that they want you to think.
And you're ready to clap back as well.
Yeah,
I am not.
I've already said I'm not arguing with no trolls. Don't come for me. I don't have time.
I'll be like,
I'm not engaging. I'm
Yeah.
not engaging in nothing.
I don't
think
even know
you're
how
gonna
it
get a
works. I'll be
reply
like, do you
from
want to
me.
link me?
Yeah, Denise.
wanna have this
Denise is so
face.
funny because she'll be like, no, I don't want to reply back to them. It will be bunning there. She'll be like, bun it. I'm gonna reply back to them. She'll be like, why did I reply?
Call Newham now.
Yeah, no, I'm not like that. I have to reply if however I feel at the time. If that's what I want to tweet, no one's gonna silence me. No one's gonna. What I do is I think about how it may make other people feel. Like I don't want to tweet, for example, something about the trans community or something, and then I've got a friend who's trans, and then it could make him feel some certain type of way. So things like that I'll curb. But if it's how I feel or an experience that I went through, I'm going to tweet. Huh?
You won't silence
I
it.
won't, because it's my experience. Why should my experiences be silenced? But you guys get to tweet however you feel because you're like the popular crowd of Twitter and you're going to have people backing you. And no, I'm going to do what I want and you can't stop me.
Vim. But moving back to like toxicness, there was a tweet that went viral which asked people, cutting off friends who are not progressing in life, what's your take on that? And a person responded saying, definitely, I cut off my friends when they've been single for more than 6 months. Single friends tend to be toxic, and when you're in a stable relationship, and I don't want that. If we're going to be friends, then we should be on the same maturity level. Well, no, do you know what?
I just don't think she's single.
That doesn't mean nothing though.
I think that's just a really childish take to have on that. Like, so if my friends aren't, let's look at the bigger picture. If my friends aren't married, I'm not going to have married friends. I won't be friends with anyone
Single
that's not.
people, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm married. I don't understand that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a really childish mentality to have. Yeah, really childish. And she sounds toxic. Do you get what I'm saying? But do you know what I feel like from this? Yeah, I feel like, you know, when you're in a relationship, you tell your friends everything. Oh, he's done this, he's done that. You go back to them. Obviously, naturally, as your friends, they're going to be like, leave him. If you're saying leave him, a lot of friends don't really say too much until you say it. They just agree with what you're doing. And then you go back to the guy, and then your friends are like, huh? Yeah. Or do you know what I mean? And then now you're feeling some type of way because you've gone back to the guy. So now you think your friends are being toxic because you've made them not like this guy. Yeah. You've gone back to this guy, and now you're like, well, I can't be friends with you because, well, you lot ain't got no man. So maybe that's the problem. It's like, no, that's not the problem. The problem is actually you.
And I don't know about everyone else, but like with me and my friends, we're never all in relationships at the same time. Like,
yeah, that's like
now I'm in a blissful thing. I was thinking just before the lockdown, I wish we could double date. All my friends are single, but I'm not looking down on them because before that, for 2 years or whatever, I was single and they were all in.
My friends are literally on Hinge at the moment. They're having a whale of a time on Hinge.
I feel like a lot of my friends are on Hinge as well.
It's not a thing. Like, I'm not judging.
It doesn't make a difference to me whether my friends are in a relationship
single or not. I've still got my friends.
Because if my friends want to do X, Y, and Z, it doesn't mean that I have to follow them. I've got my own brain. Do you get what I'm saying? If people are looking at it like that, because I think people do look at it like, oh, well, people are going to think this of me because my friends are single. They've been single for 6 months. That means they can't hold a man. Maybe they don't want a man.
That's exactly what I was just thinking, though.
If you see your best friend's man cheating, are you the type to go and tell your friend?
Yeah, that's my friend. I have to tell her first.
If you saw what? Sorry, say that again. Say that again.
That's your business.
Say that again.
So you see your friend's man cheating.
My friend's like, yeah.
Do you go back and tell your friend?
I'm telling her right there on the spot.
Okay, but if she takes him back, do you have anything to say?
That's fine. Yeah, I've done my due diligence.
And then the man says, oh, Brooke can't come to the yard.
Nah, he can't say that.
Bear man start moving mad.
Nah, because most of my girls have their own houses. You can't tell me not to come to my friend's house.
Okay, but I don't want you around Brooke. You know, men who, like the friend that picks them up.
Those are toxic men.
They hold like some hate towards you forever, more or less.
Well, I did what any friend would do, so I'm cool on that one.
And then that's for your friend to...
But what if you was out cheating and they said, well, if you go tell, I'm going to tell them.
And I'm keeping quiet.
But I didn't see anything.
No, but you know where it says cutting off friends who are not progressing in life? I mean, is a relationship a progression? Do people actually see that as progression?
I think, in this day and age, 100%. People think that you have to have a man, then the man has to, or you buy a house together, you have a kid, like legit, that's my view on how I see people take it now. Like, if you haven't done that, my friends are telling me that I'm old already because I haven't had kids yet. I'm like, I'm 25.
No, don't let them rush you.
Don't let them tell you that.
No, legit, they're like, oh, you're going to be an old mum. I'm like, okay.
So,
at 25?
No,
I'm
not pregnant, so I'm going to have a kid after 25, so they think I'm going to be an old mum. No way. I'm like, even if I have a kid at 30, I'm good now.
You're still good.
Yeah, 100%.
Whenever you're ready, you're good.
Exactly.
Like, there's no timing on it.
That's not my, and that's the thing. I feel like progression is subjective because what you call progression, marriage for me, that's not classed as progression. I think, to me personally, what I would see as progression would be me building an empire. That's my ideal progression.
But would you look left on your friends if she says, you know what, I'm happy on my universal credit?
No.
Nah,
That's
I wouldn't either. Like,
wouldn't.
that's your business. That's what you're happy with. Yeah. But when from that tweet, what I'm getting from is, if your friends are just being bums, basically, then you should drop them out. It doesn't really work like that. People could be going through personal things, and then within their own time, they wake up. Sometimes your friends seeing you level up will make them level up. I don't think you should drop out your friends. Everyone's got their own timing, like.
And exactly, all life, your life path and whatnot, everyone's different, so.
People are getting really wicked with it, man. Can you imagine my brother drop me out because I'm not ready?
So on the topic of tweets, do you think we're becoming more like sensitive, or like do you think the world's just a bit more corrupt?
I think I don't like to always generalize. I like to speak for myself, but I feel like I'm becoming sensitive.
You personally?
Not like to, because remember when you post a picture, everyone's rating it. Rah, 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 love struck, love struck, love struck. Oh, you're killing it. Da, 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 da. As soon as one person questions it, you're ready to. I'm ready to like. Yeah. What? What do you mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to ask you. What do you mean? Yeah. Like, why? But you shouldn't really. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That means I am becoming a bit sensitive. I'm used to everyone loving it, loads of praises. You know what I mean? Loads of love struck. The one person that questions me or doesn't like whatever I posted, I am sensitive to it. So I think we are becoming a bit sensitive because all we like is getting loads of love online, and then the minute you get something negative, you're like.
But I don't think that would make you sensitive. I don't think that would be classed as sensitive, because I think even back in the day, if everyone was showing you love, the days before social media, and then someone said something negative, you'll be like, what are you talking about? Like, where are you coming from when everyone has been saying nice things? Yeah. Where do you get off saying that you could say the negative? I think when we talk about sensitivity in this day and age, I feel it's like a lot of people can't hack. So like in prior years, people have been thick-skinned, but then in this day and age, it's like people are ready to, like, I don't want to say even commit suicide, but people are ready to do the extremes.
But they are though. They are.
Yeah, do the extremes. And it's like, when you look at it, I'm thinking to myself, I feel like our generation though, we're thick-skinned.
Yeah.
But then when it goes down, like below us, I feel like everyone's so
they can't take it. People can't even take.
I don't get it.
I just think people aren't like used to so many opinions, because you have to think, before like social media was a real big thing. You might, for example, you might go to Primark with your friend. You'll be like, oh, do you think this looks nice? It was either a yes or a no. Do you know what I mean? And it was from one person. You didn't really have people like loads of, because I do think it feels like loads of people are jumping on you like, I don't like that, I don't like that, yeah, I like that, oh, I don't like that. And even if you got 100, yeah, I like that, that one I don't like that stands out for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas before it was like, as well, before you asked for someone's opinion, now people are giving it for free. Mind the business that pays you. But anyways, we move. No, but for real, do you know what I'm saying? Period. But yeah, like people mind your business. So mind your business.
But yeah, back to this whole sensitivity thing. I actually asked my mum the other day, because I feel as though my son, he's very sensitive.
What star sign is he?
He's a Sag.
Do you believe in star sign?
Yeah, he's a Sag. And and he, like, the things that I personally could take when I was a kid, I'll ask my mum, like certain things will make him upset. And I'll say to my mum, did I used to be like that? And she was like, no, you're a different kettle of fish. Yeah. Like, the things, you can't judge how I would act with the way that he would act. And I think, but like, what made me so thick-skinned and then him not that much?
I think it's just the harshness of how we all grew up. Back in the day, that was harsh. Like now, kids have choices. What do you want for dinner? Did we have choice?
Yeah,
rice and meat 1 week straight from the fridge. True. Like, do you know what I mean? They have choices.
So talking, of sensitivity, Ovi from Love Island tweeted saying lockdown 2.0. They said, excuse me, with a meme of himself looking confused, and people began to troll him for the tweet saying he was late and making jokes on his behalf. Ovi wasn't too pleased by that, and he decided to clap back at a few trolls. Do you think that like social media is making people feel a bit more entitled to like give their opinion? And also, sorry, can I just say,
entitled.
people, like, that is not that deep. Like, people are literally just talking, like, for anything. Well, because he tweeted it, like, 2 weeks later.
OV, nobody is above blocking, okay? Anybody can get blocked on any blocking day, bro. You just be blocking, block.
But do you think he was, like, sensitive for, like, reacting back
Definitely, something triggered him for him to be clapping back at randoms.
Talking about he posted something 2 weeks late. And who is the time police on Twitter or on Instagram, please, to be telling people
when you can? That's what I'm trying to say. Twitter is dangerous, boy. You can get smoked in there just for saying something light, like.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I just feel like, again, Twitter's just like this echo chamber of negative people. It's just negativity, and they literally feed each other. They feed off of each other's negativity. And that's why you can get someone say a really nice comment, won't get retweets.
Say something negative, and toxic. It's like everyone's loving it.
It's like everyone's love. It's like, what?
That's what I'm trying to say. It's worrying.
It proper is.
But then also at the same time, it's like, if, like I said, for me, I just feel like, and I learnt this from like doing videos and stuff, if I'm going to put my face out there, I have to be prepared for these things. And it's almost a bit like, oh, that's not fair. But it's like, if I'm putting myself out there, it's like when people get upset about people commenting on, like, for example, it could be anything, like the colour lipstick they're wearing, their kids or whatever. It's like if you're putting that out there, you're not saying come and comment on this, but at the same time, you're opening the door for it. You didn't have to do that. That's like, I'm very private, like, you know what I mean? Like yourself, you're quite private as well. Like, anything that I want to protect, that I don't want no one to have an opinion on, I don't post it.
Yeah, facts.
Because then I'll lose my marbles. But do you know what I'm saying? So anything I do put out, I don't care enough. Like, not in a rude way, like I care about myself. But do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't post my mum on my Instagram, like my grandma, like just certain things that I just wouldn't post. I wouldn't post my relationship, like anything that's going on in my life, like, because those are things that I'd like to...
Sacred.
Yeah, that I would like to protect. Do you get what I'm saying? So at the same time, if you're putting it out there and people are commenting on it,
but imagine, do you know what? You wake up and you say lockdown 2.0 and they're ready to kill you.
Do you know what I saw the other day though? I saw Steph London post about her house, and then her son was there, and people were like,
I didn't know she had a son.
Sorry, who are you? Why would you know that? What is she known for? She's known for
music.
And she
actually posts her son.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, she's known for music. Why do you need to know the ins and outs? And people are too intrigued, like, and do you know what? The funniest thing is, you see when it comes to Instagram, usually, or social media actually, after a while I close it down because I just feel like people become too intrusive. They want to know too much about you. And the only reason why I've kind of left it open was because of this podcast and because of my brand. That's literally the only reason. Otherwise I close it down. You know, sometimes you just need a breather from social media.
I get it all the time. I didn't know you had a son. Well, that means you don't know me like that.
Thank you.
Simple. Everyone that knows me knows
and you know
my
the funniest
thing,
and the funniest thing is people actually pass judgment because of the fact that people don't post.
Does it make you a better marketer?
Yes, exactly.
No way.
But people actually rely on social media, and this is why I think it's so messed up. People actually rely on social media to validate something. So if you hear a rumor or something, the first place they're going on is social media to find out if it's true.
Imagine the other day was me and my boyfriend was checking something. And you know, you type your name in Google. Yeah. So he's typed in Denise Dainty, and you know when it shows regular searches.
Yeah.
It said Denise Dainty age. You know, I'm trying to check your age. I was like, nah, these people are wrecked, bro. They're all looking for my age, you know.
That's straight. So I feel like people really want to know how old you are.
Do you want to tell them?
I tell them all the time. I'm 30 and a bit.
Don't worry about that. Mind your business.
Don't worry about that, sweetheart.
But talking of minding your business, sorry. So another celeb tweeted, so Conan tweeted, before you tweet your opinion on someone else's life or relationship or career, just take a step back and read what you wrote and ask yourself before pressing send, do I even know these people? Do I know the facts? Do I even know what I'm talking about? And am I a
that
clout
tweet deserves
warrior?
to be framed.
Best of luck, thumbs up. Has he got
That's not a thumbs up, that's a middle finger up.
No, that tweet deserves to be framed. It's true. That's exactly how I think before I tweet my opinion. You have to think about it. Like,
yeah, but then, I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with this tweet.
Why?
Because I feel like I said before, if you're putting your life out there, like,
you can just be like, oh, new hair, don't care, love my hair.
And then someone says your wig's dead.
Your head looks big.
Yeah, but also, yeah, but
who asked you?
But like, remember I said earlier, you're putting something on Instagram, yeah? There's a few things you can like or you can comment. You've literally put a picture there for people to comment. It doesn't say whether it has to be positive, it doesn't say whether it has to be negative. And that's why I say protect things that you don't want people to have a certain opinion on, because at the end of the day, no one took the picture out of your phone and posted it for you. If people are invading your privacy, that's different.
No, I hear you. But then why do you wake up in the morning and you say, okay, I don't like your hair, then go past the picture, don't like it, and don't comment if you don't like it.
Like, do you remember, like, people were talking about my struggle bun? Hello, here it is again. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree with this tweet because I just feel like your opinion on someone's life or relationship or career, you really don't know the ins and outs. So why are you
rolling
commenting?
my eyes at these people?
Yeah.
I'm like,
why are you
please,
commenting?
man.
But it's like people wouldn't know this if you didn't put it out there. Do you get what I'm saying?
But sometimes you don't have to put it out. Sometimes it could just be like the relationship, for example. You don't know the ins and outs of someone's relationship, but you've seen like a little, maybe you might not even seen, you've heard through the grapevine. And then people feel like they can just talk. It's like, no, I'm not going to mention that. No, basically, there was a girl who posted something just yesterday and she was saying, she's an American girl, and she was saying basically she's tired of London guys wearing tracksuits. And then if you saw the comments underneath, it was like, this athlete lives in your head rent free. And loads of people were talking about that same athlete, going on about the athlete. And it's like, who even asked for your opinion? Like, why are you even putting the girl's business out there? What if she wanted it to be private?
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't even put your stuff out,
Yeah,
but people
facts.
just want to talk.
But sometimes
But then
when you
everyone's
do
on her because now you wanted to get onto London.
yeah,
guys
you
for their
did that
tracksuit.
unprovoked. You get what I'm saying? There's some people where it's like, it's really sad that people are on you now, but it was very unprovoked. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you didn't need to open your mouth. You could have really been quiet and you chose not to. And then now the Twitter gangs, they're here for you. Do you get what I'm saying? No, it's true though, they're here for you. Like, sometimes, do you need to, does that need to be a thing? Do you need to make a statement about that? Like, does that even benefit your life in any shape, way or form?
But you know what? I think she was saying it on her Snap, no? And they've just taken
But it's almost like you're talking to people. Do you know what I mean? You're buoying them.
So wait, hold on, let me ask. So what, are people not even allowed to say their opinions anymore? Like she wasn't actually talking to an individual, she was talking as a collective.
Yeah.
So people aren't even allowed to say
She
how
didn't
they
even
feel
talking
anymore.
about her American guys, bro. I don't even
Yeah,
want
I
to be
feel
back
like
in the
also
mandem
she
right
didn't
now.
need to say anything, but also at the same time, it's
I'm
like,
on back in the mandem,
Yeah.
like the UK guys.
I'm
She's
not.
not from here, don't speak on us.
No, but she had a point.
Listen, my man can wear tracksuit 7 days a week. That's his
Seriously, you
business.
like men who wear tracksuits?
No, that's what you feel comfortable in, innit?
Fair dues.
As long as you don't wear that to like wedding and all that.
do you
or we're
think
really going
if
out.
you can't take those like comments, do you think like, yeah, you're not
Just
cut
stay
out
away
for
from the
social
net.
media? Yeah.
Yeah, you're not ready for certain stuff. Like even like with us and the stuff we do, like I've had to. That's why I'm programming
You're like,
my
don't
mind.
look at the comments.
Yeah, I don't look at comments. I'm not trying to really be in the blogs like that no more.
Yeah.
I've realised when I even say yes, everyone's saying no under my comment. I'm like, do you know what? Let me just be quiet. I see it with you as well. As soon as you say something, someone's questioning what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But if I had 10 followers, nobody will question what I'm saying. So like,
Listen,
I've
if you were like a meme page where you didn't even have your picture up, they wouldn't say nothing to you. It's just because of who you
so
are.
I've learned like you just literally gotta.
Because would you guys like cast yourselves as like public figures?
Absolutely not.
What is a public figure?
I don't know. I guess no, but then I guess it's just a figure that's public
But then that's
with
everyone.
lots of followers.
That's me
With
then.
lots of followers. Yeah,
joking.
probably you. Do you think like it has? Well, have any of you like feel like it affects your mental health?
No.
Not anymore. I've learned how to deal with socials and all of that shit.
What, did you feel like at a time it did affect your mental health?
Not affect your mental health like that, but I've seen it affect people around me's mental health. So I've learned from their mistakes and I just know how to behave.
How
That's
does it
why,
affect them?
For example, like now, like I don't look at comments.
How
and
does
all
it
that.
affect them? 'Cause I've never
Imagine
seen
you're
it.
on the come up now, whatever you're doing, and blogs are posting you or whatever's posting you, and then you're reading into the negativity. That can take away from what you're doing. It could like hold you back from actually carrying on. Like you could think you can get 99 good comments and one negative, and then that one negative's in your head and it's pushed you back from following your dreams. So I've learnt now, like, just don't focus on negative comments. Like at all, just don't focus on no comments unless I post it or we post it.
No, I don't feel like it's ever affected my mental health because I know that I can clap back.
Yeah, you're
So-
really
She
good
got the
at it.
clap back. She's ready.
So like if anyone comes onto my picture to talk crap to me,
You're ready to
I
read
have
them.
something to say back to you. And usually 99% of the time it's like from a fake page anyway, so they're losers.
But you know, also I think a lot like it has a lot to do with your age as well, because I feel like you're more mature. You didn't really grow up with social media being like your be all end all.
That's what I
feel
think it
like
is,
kids
100%.
now, like maybe their mental health is deteriorating. Like, do you know what I mean, a lot just because you
I feel
seek
like
approval.
you
do you know what I mean?
hit the nail on the head with that.
Like
I think it's a generational thing as well.
100%.
100%. Because like I said, I feel like we're much more thick-skinned.
Yeah.
And then in comparison to the girls that are coming up now and the guys that are coming up now, I feel like they're so fragile. They're so fragile.
One negative criticism, they're ready to
But I mean,
dash
for
it
maybe
away.
a younger you, what would be like your word of wisdom, like in regards to like
Just
social
focus, tunnel vision. Forget everyone else on the outside. Forget everyone's opinions. as long as you believe in you in your heart, just keep going. Like honestly, like
You got this. What about you, Brooke?
My words of wisdom would be, just be yourself and always remember that your path is completely different from every single person on this earth. Like, it doesn't matter how many millions, trillions are on this actual earth, your path is different. So don't let anyone derail you from it. If that's how you feel, say how you feel. And yeah, just be you.
I think mine's is just mind the business that pays you. It makes more sense.
honestly.
And if you can't take it, don't give it, and just protect things that you generally care about, that you don't want people to have an opinion, just to be safe, because at the end of the day, everyone's got free speech. And that's it. Catch us in another episode. We love you guys.